We're always fresh and a little bit sticky. Keep it down, cannabis wiki. We're always fresh and a little bit sticky. The green room on cannabis wiki.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Green Room live from Stoked Cannabis in Niagara Falls, Ontario. Hey Derek.
Hey Jackie.
I'm pretty excited to be here. Are you stoked?
Yes, I'm stoked. I love it.
I love it. Look, we're sitting around the campfire.
Yeah.
And we have our friends from Sweet Justice here, Jocelyn and David. Hey.
Hey, Jackie, Derek.
Welcome.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
It's stoked.
Yeah.
Super
To be
excited.
here.
Yeah.
Are you super stoked to be here?
We are super
Absolutely.
stoked.
So what did you bring us?
Well, we have our full assortment of Sweet Justice drinks now. So would you like me to tell you about
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
so you can... We heard the Sweet Justice
Yeah.
was
Right.
sold out at Stoked, the one that we really wanted to try. Do you have that here with you?
We do.
Because I would really like to try that one. Well, you
Okay.
tell us about Sweet Justice.
All right. Well, how about I start pouring you some?
Ooh.
Okay.
Derek's like, yes,
Dave, will
please.
you be my...
I'll pour.
All right.
There we go.
There you go.
So which one is that you're pouring?
So this is our new Pacific Island Punch.
Pacific
so-
Island Punch.
Yeah, so the flavor profile is, think of juicy, tangy, zesty, like sour citrus.
Juicy,
Um,
tangy, zesty.
Yep. Sour citrus.
citrus.
So it's basically a calamansi fruit. So it has the notes of like sweet lime, sour orange. One of the
Smells
dominant
good.
fruits, like in that
it smell
region.
Yeah.
And you'll find it go through some interesting complex like notes of different tropical hits in the middle. And then I actually think it finishes off like a dry peach Bellini. It really comes out for me. So interested to hear what you guys think. Thank
Oh
you.
my goodness, you guys. It's taken 4 years for drinks to get it right.
Mm.
Isn't that delicious?
Yeah. It's delicious.
Cheers.
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 Welcome to Stoked.
Cheers.
Sweet Justice. Okay, why don't you tell us a little bit of the backstory of Sweet Justice? Who you guys
Yeah.
are and how did Sweet
Yeah.
Justice come to be?
Absolutely.
And how you came up with the name.
Yeah, absolutely. That's great. Well, thanks for asking. And Jocelyn and I actually have quite extensive beverage backgrounds. So we come from working at Coca-Cola. I was there for 22 years.
I was there for 7. So Dave and I have known each other for about 15 years.
Wow.
And I'll let you go.
Yeah,
I always
sure. We
talk
have
about
2 other
Sweet
partners
Justice.
as well.
Yeah.
And
From Coca-Cola as well?
One of them is.
One of them,
yeah.
yes. And so you have half the company here, by the way. We're a very small company.
Yep.
So
Unhinged from
so
Big
hopefully
Corp,
those
no
hopefully those
corporate
other 2 are
mandates.
working hard. Let's just hope that they're keeping things floating right now.
Yeah.
And
Just drinking some Sweet Justice, sitting around.
that's right. So yeah, we met at Coca-Cola, and it's funny when you work at a big corporation as far as sniffing out who's cannabis friendly and who's not. But somehow we found each other, and we all have a love for cannabis. And so when the
Basically
time
what brought us back together full circle.
that's right. When the time was right, we pulled the chute and decided to take our beverage knowledge and apply it with our love for cannabis and start a beverage company.
They
So
took the secrets from Coca-Cola to Sweet Justice.
Whoa.
that's right.
Oh.
That's
Actually,
right.
in fact, that's the story of the myth. So people hear, oh yeah, like they're actually from Coca-Cola. So with our first product, OG, basically our flavor inspiration was Mexican Coca-Cola in glass bottles. So
Ooh.
the ingredients like real cane sugar,
Which I
no
love.
high fructose corn syrup, and we intentionally dialed down the carbonation a touch to actually mimic opening a glass bottle. It's not as carbonated as like
It's not
North
as carbonated,
American.
it's a little
Right.
more syrupy, a little thicker.
Traditional sodas. So, but then, the story kind of got around, oh yeah, they're from Coke. I heard they stole the secret recipe before they left, and we partnered with Coke and we just added the cannabis in. All of it obviously
I
is
love
not
a good
true.
gossip,
But yeah,
Jocelyn.
it just kind of turned into water cooler chat, and it just took on a life of its own. So.
Absolutely. But we actually started testing beverages in downtown Toronto. We always had beverages on hand, a lot of vitamin water, since that's one of the brands that we worked on. And we started adding oils to the vitamin water. And despite how nasty that sounds and how nasty it actually was, there's always a lot of interest in these beverages. And soon we noticed that people would stop bringing alcohol to the condo. They would be less inclined to step out on the balcony to smoke a joint, and they wanted those beverages.
Right.
And so as the science progressed and we realized we could actually make decent beverages and beautiful, tasty beverages, we stopped making the oils and adding oils, and we really decided to make a go of it and make a company of it. And we decided first and foremost that we're going to make amazing quality beverages.
But you're going to make a delicious tasting drink. Like, this is
Yeah.
really good. Like, we get a lot of them put out there that aren't super yummy. And I'm
Yeah.
thinking, how do people go, ta-da, we're done, off it I'm like, wait, you're missing something, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You could tell who knows how to formulate a beverage and who's just mixing two things together that, you know what I mean? Like just adding it in.
Well, they were, okay, coming from Coca-Cola, plus they like cannabis, so they're already, right? You have some of the secret sauce.
That's
I like
right.
I like the rumor and the gossip. That's good. You need some, you know. Do you have a TikTok or an Instagram or?
Oh yeah, we have an Instagram. It's Drink Sweet Justice.
Drink Sweet
Yeah,
Justice?
so give us a follow. Most of it is all very non-corporate-y, like super gritty, because like we're a small company, so we're wearing 12 hats, doing it all.
Right? You get
So
it.
no like glitzy, social media managers or anything. It's basically all us.
But if you have a good product, like if you have a delicious drink, then what does it, it should sell itself. Really,
How much CBD and how much THC do you put in yours? And like, what's your thought process behind that? Because
Yeah.
some people
Great
have
question.
smaller amounts, some people just CBD or...
Yeah, great question. Do you want to go or do you want me to?
Please.
So the way we design like all our drinks, like first and foremost, like it's very like corporate boardroom. So we don't sit around thinking like, let's build a case study and let's like find all these audience groups and let's lean on, a shit ton of research because there is none. So we just basically, kind of come to the table, like the four of us, and is there a wow factor? Like when we taste certain formulations, and we basically design our drinks for like our friends and our family and people we know, right?
Mhm.
That just like drinking things.
Designing
so we
a drink that people would want to
yeah,
drink.
exactly. That's
But-
like enjoyable, like it's memorable. It's a really nice, like, drinking experience. But I think the one thing that we found, people like with the heady, like smokers, they're like, yeah, I love to actually like, have a drink in one hand and like, spark and sip. So they, so they kind of chase the cotton mouth and just like kind of adds to the entourage effect. But
Right.
going back to your question around just dosages and whatnot.
Mhm.
So we've designed like, twisted classics and then vibrant sips because we know everyone, has a preference for different like tastes.
Wait a
Right.
second.
And then
Twisted classics and
Yeah.
vibrant sips.
sips.
So
Yeah.
that's two different categories of drinks?
Right.
Exactly.
That's
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Cool.
So the twisted classics are like, the colas, or like when you think of traditional like cocktails and kind of like almost like soda shop nostalgia,
Right.
like that kind of, we kind of just throw it under twisted classics. And then our vibrant sips is, more the fruit based and like kind of the spritzy, newer, like we'll kind of lean on botanicals
So
and like
what's
What sells more?
Pacific Island Punch. We kind of classified as a vibrant sip.
Okay,
And then
that's the one we're
elderflower
drinking right
palm.
now?
Yeah, Pacific Island Punch is what we're drinking now.
Okay.
And then we've designed all of them with different dosages, ranging from like light and low to mid to like max dose in Canada being 10 milligrams.
Do you wish it was
per drink.
higher?
Sometimes, yeah. Like sometimes I think, it depends. It depends
Because
on
a
who's
10 milligram
drinking.
drink is good, no? Because you want to have 4, 5, or 6.
Yeah. So, I think, okay, so there's
Okay.
two parts to that answer. I think for sessionability,
We just...
like if you want to drink a number of them, right? Like
Right.
you would bring a 6-pack of beer to a party or a bottle of wine,
Right.
and just kind of session through the night over a few hours.
Mhm.
I think like a lighter and low dose, if you think about ingredients like lower sugar,
Mhm.
right, less calories,
Right.
Right.
it makes it more appealing, I think, to a lot of
Mhm.
people because you're not drinking like 400 grams of sugar
Right,
after like
yeah.
4 drinks or
It's also $1
whatnot.
million.
Yeah.
yeah, right. yeah. Hopefully that'll come down in the
Yes.
future, right? But yeah, I think we've designed a portfolio so that there's like light and low dosages, mid, and then the 10 milligram. But then we've also added CBD to the vibrant sip. So our Elder Palm is a 5-5, like 5 THC, 5 CBD balanced, and then our Pacific Island Punch that we're drinking now is a 10 milligram THC and a 5 CBD. And then the two
Oh.
colas have THC only.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah.
What was the one you had already?
The elderflower.
Elderflower?
Elderflower palm.
Try that?
Yeah.
I think
Oh,
you guys
yeah.
are ready.
The elderflower, yeah, that was a good one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm going to pass our old cups.
Okay.
Do we get new cups or same cups?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
we
new
got
cups.
some new cups
New cups.
here.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So what are we what is this now? This is fun.
Elderflower.
Elderflower.
Elderflower pomegranate.
Pomegranate.
So I can talk a little bit about the flavor profile to
For
intro.
sure.
There you go.
Cheers, dear.
So
Thank you.
you'll notice that it starts off with this like kind of soft, rounded botanical sweetness, and that's from the elderflower, the natural elderflower essence. And then it kind of goes into this a little bit of a zesty tang and a bit of a citrus hit at the end, so that it kind of keeps you salivating, your mouth watering, and it makes you want more. So this one was interesting for us because like a lot of people are like, oh, when they taste it, they're like, I'm not really sure this is totally not what I expected. And we were like, oh,
really
what were you expecting?
clear, like it's like a fruity water, not super sweet.
Yeah.
It has a nut.
But also
Really
full
good.
flavored, like not like
Yeah,
not like a
it's
seltzer.
not right.
Yeah.
I'm not drinking club soda.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's 50 calories. So this is
For-
one that you could really
Wow.
Yeah.
have a
session.
few of. Yeah.
I always call this like if you like to session like wines and like rosés and stuff, this is like your BFF kind of rosé all day,
Oh, I
like
like
sessioning sidekick, where you can kind of not feel guilty about, you know, getting all the dehydration, the anxiety from drinking like 2 bottles of rosé, and you can like basically session these all day.
Our first one was sweeter and a little thicker.
Yeah, a little chewier.
heavier.
Yeah.
And then this one was more like a crystal clear.
Yeah,
like a lighter,
crispy.
refreshing. It's
It's
really good.
Yeah.
It's really, really good. Strange to me
So the
that
name.
we've tried so many drinks and nobody seems to be getting it right. And then the Coca-Cola people who didn't steal the secret have a really good drink.
Well, now we have our own secrets, right?
Now
We have our own secret recipes.
Oh,
So-
I love that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I
So what does it take to get into this? Like, what do you have to, like, what's the process?
Yeah, well, drinks are one of the more difficult products to make in cannabis, because obviously you start with cannabis, and then basically what we use is a distillate. So we use basically a THC or CBD distillate that's emulsified. So all of our drinks are nano-emulsified, and what that means is that it's a quick onset. So you're going to feel this as opposed to a gummy where it's about 40 minutes. You're going to start to feel something in about 15, 20 minutes.
Derek's gonna
So
be
I
in the
think
canoe.
yeah, we're pretty close to that. That's right. There's a canoe over there in case you need to ride the canoe. And then we produce our products in Windsor. We have a fantastic production partner that we use, and they're a licensed producer. And so basically, they can our products for us,
Right.
and we're in about 1,400 stores across Canada.
Wow.
Wow.
yeah.
that's
I know you guys are in London because I purchased some there, and it was great.
And he said he
Oh,
really liked
awesome.
them.
Thank you.
That's great. That's great to
We
hear.
appreciate your
And
support.
even the bud tender recommended it actually, so that's a good
Aw,
thing too.
awesome.
Yeah, we've actually spent a lot of time in stores. That's part of our secret sauce is really connecting with retailers and great retailers like Stoked,
Right.
and ensuring that we're supporting those retailers and that we're really kind of spreading the word about our beverages and the quality of those beverages. So I think that's important for any cannabis company these days to ensure that you're connecting at store
The
level.
trial and error when you're developing the drinks and you're going through it, what was like the worst? What was like a big disaster? Like what happened?
That's a great question. Our very first product, which
It wasn't OG.
it was not OG Cola, which is the first one we launched. But we actually built the company, when we started the company off of a product that had many different names. But ultimately, when we finally got ready to launch this product and we tested the product, the dosage really declined to the point that we couldn't even sell it. So one of the things about our beverages is that we want to ensure that we're hitting that exact
Consistent
dosage.
dosing.
Exactly. And so we realized very quickly that our first product was going to be just wasn't going to launch. And so luckily enough, we had so many recipes on hand that we were able to just kind of shift over and move over and launch OG Cola, which is a big hit.
So the first one.
Is that the top seller, OG Cola?
OG Cola is at 3.5. It was our very first product. We launched that last August. It's actually our 1-year anniversary just this week.
Oh,
And so,
happy
yeah.
anniversary.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Happy anniversary, sweet Justice.
And
Really great.
and funny enough, Cherry Cola, our second product, it wasn't in the plans, but we listened to so many bud tenders and so many retailers and so many fans tell us, are you doing cherry? When are you going to do cherry? Do a cherry at 10. And so that's exactly what we did. We turned around and we put out our Cherry Cola at 10 milligrams. And so that was our second product.
Actually, one thing about Cherry Cola, we were able to basically build off of the formulation from OG, because everyone was like, OG tastes so good. And we're like, can we just literally add natural cherry to it? And pretty much that's what happened.
Added
And-
natural cherry to it?
Yeah, natural
Natural cherry
cherry, like
flavor.
natural cherry concentrate to it, and then basically spun it out like so quickly after.
Yummy.
So it was, yeah,
You ready
yeah.
to try? You ready to try a cherry cola?
Let's try it.
Yeah, all right then.
Glug, 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 glug.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait for the rest of the interviews today. Everyone's going to be so terribly
take your cup,
interesting.
Thank you. Oh, do you have more cups or?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
Go.
Great.
Stay. Thanks.
So it's the demographic for your cola, like the ones that are cherry Coke, like the cola flavor. Is that a younger demographic, and then maybe the more refined, like you said, the women who wine, you know, like people who like the rosé all day.
Thank you.
That's a great question.
They-
I actually think it's too early to tell because we thought that, okay, there's going to be a certain
Thank you.
you're welcome, demographic that's going to lean towards this or that. And we found there's been all over the map. Like it just really hasn't been the case. Thanks, Dave.
Mhm.
Hasn't been the case at
That
all.
was a pretty. The first two were pretty grown up. To me, they were grown up palettes. Like
Yes.
they were
a bit more layered and
like
sophisticated.
it wasn't just a Coca-Cola.
Right.
That wasn't just. I
right.
didn't just crack a ginger ale or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, oh, well, I
But
know it's a champagne.
cherry cola is traditionally pairs very well with cannabis. Right, let's be honest. Who hasn't had some cannabis and then has had some Doritos
And then
a cherry
gaming.
Coke
Yeah,
shortly
yeah.
afterwards, right?
Yeah.
So
Well, when you were talking about the Mexican Coke, like that's like
Yeah.
my favorite. We have it in the studio all the time, and I can't find it a lot of places, and I love it. Like I really like that.
Yeah, it's not as like sweet in the sharpness at the end, right? Like it's a softer. The cane sugar is a nicer, like
Mm.
softer.
I like this too.
Was it good?
Yeah,
It's
did you
good,
try
eh?
it?
No.
It tastes just like the. It tastes a lot like.
So-
I don't know about the secrets from Coca-Cola.
Mm.
So what we did with this one is we took a look at Coke and Pepsi, and working at Coke, we always heard what people didn't like about Coke. So we said, hey, why don't we get rid of that stuff that people don't like about Coke?
Mm.
So we got rid of high fructose corn syrup. It's nothing but cane sugar, natural cane sugar.
Yep.
And we got rid of a lot of the sugar and calories. So the cherry cola and the OG cola are both only 100 calories per can.
Wow.
Same as a White Claw.
Same as a White Claw.
Wow.
Yeah,
But
and-
the one that I just drank was 50.
That's right.
Yeah,
the
the
one
Elder
before that
Palm-
was
the
even
Elder Palm
even
syrup.
less.
Elder Palm.
That's
50.
right.
I'm going to remember that.
But to put that into context, a Coke or Pepsi is 150 calories. So
Oh,
50% more
yeah.
sugar,
Right.
50% more calories.
Right.
So that's
And it doesn't do anything for you.
that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Why on earth would you go back?
Right.
What is the THC content in this that we're drinking right now?
This is 10 milligrams THC
Hmm.
per can.
I got this. It's just Derek I'm worried about.
Cheers.
Cheers. So
It's good.
your demographics, I think, are two different, like because of the different SKUs. I think some are more like fancier. They're more people like craft cocktails and craft. You've got the
Yeah.
fancier.
Yeah.
Then you have have you found that yourself? Like, do you know that? Like, have you done any market research, or what are the bud tenders telling you that?
Yeah, well, we find right now that everybody wants to try everything
Everything,
that,
yeah, that's
especially in beverages, there's such excitement around beverages. So we are seeing that people just want to try the new beverages as they come out. And funny enough, it's always sort of, as something comes out that's new, there's always a lot of just interest and
Like a lot of
excitement around
buzz
new
and-
products,
Right.
regardless if it's drinks or whatever it is in cannabis. But yeah, so what we're seeing is definitely, as far as our demographics, we just launched the Pacific Island Punch and the Elderflower Palm about a month ago. So
Really good.
we're just starting to see sort of people pick it up. But what we think is going to happen is that those two products in particular, and in particular the Elderflower Palm, are going to bring over a lot of new people into cannabis. So with a product like
Yeah, I
that,
agree.
as Jocelyn mentioned, it's sort of a rosé all day.
Right.
So we think that there's going to be a lot of new people that might not have considered cannabis
Right.
that will start to kind of migrate over with products like that.
We've
Do you-
done that as housewarming presents, or like for dinner, take 4-pack or 6 or whatever to people that don't consume. Purposely, we do that. Like
Mhm.
instead of a bottle of wine, I've
Yeah.
taken 4 or 6 for them to try it, and they're like blown away that first of all that it's so good, and that they're not on the floor. Like I'm like, it's just like a shot. Like you
Mhm.
just like you got to try it to try and ease them into trying to understand what it does. As I'm
It's
saying
like
that.
pure pressure, right?
I think it's funny. I think the pushback that like I see with a lot of my friends that are curious about like cannabis, but like they're not smokers, and they're like, I'm really worried about how I'm going to feel because everyone has a horrible experience with like eating way too many edibles,
Yeah.
Right.
right? The first time, and they think it's going to be like that. And I always tell them like, actually, it sort of mimics the effect of alcohol because these are all nano-infused, right? So it hits really quickly. It's a fast onset. It's a predictable peak, predictable off peak. So you can kind of
What's the off
What's
peak?
the off peak? Because we're starting to feel it.
You know, I know it's different for
What's
everyone.
the jump off, Jocelyn?
Yeah, it's different for everyone. For me, like the off peak usually happens around like, I don't know, 40 minutes or so. Like if I don't keep drinking. Right. But it all depends on what you've eaten before, or if you haven't eaten. And I think the counterintuitive part about cannabis drinks is people always think, oh, if I eat a lot, like I'm not going to get as high. And it's the opposite. If you eat a lot of fattier foods, it'll intensify your high. But if you're on an empty stomach, it'll probably be a bit softer in terms of the intensity. So, and again, you know, your own biosystem, like how you feel that day, if you're super tired or, it's just, I think it's different. You just have to experiment and just kind of find that sweet spot.
Do you drink, like if you're going to go out on a Friday night or a Saturday night, do you drink these or do you consume like?
I do a mix of everything actually. Like, I'll take, a couple hoots off, a joint, and then I'll start drinking, glass of wine or two. I might switch to this. Sometimes, like with elder palm, it's a perfect mixer with gin. Right. Like, I know we're not supposed to say that, but everyone's doing it.
There's nothing you're not supposed to say on the green room.
That's what I was going to ask you.
You can say that.
You can say it all.
We'll edit that part out.
Yeah. Splash of gin in here. Woo!
So, do you guys have recipes, or is your drinks designed to be, this is the final product? Because, there's been other companies that we've talked to where, this is the base, and then you add stuff to it. Or, so, your philosophy of how you're creating your beverages is, this is the finish, or this is something...
That you mix, that you layer.
So our beverages, they've come from different places. As I mentioned with the cherry cola, that was something we never had really, and we worked with a recipe house to kind of build that cherry cola. It's obviously the OG cola with that, that right cherry flavor. Some of the flavors we've actually designed in our own kitchen. Some other ones we've worked with a recipe house. So we kind of know where we want to go, but quite frankly, a lot of that is led by what we hear. So we're out in the marketplace, we're talking to consumers, we're talking to bud tenders, and we're trying to kind of gauge what they're interested in, not only flavor wise, but also dosages and what have you. So that's really kind of what's leading us to as we innovate and bring out new products.
I'm segueing. Wouldn't this be great to be able to sponsor music festivals and concerts?
Oh my God.
Can you imagine being able to drink the
like restaurants and bars and clubs serving these, right?
To
just
be able to be outside at a music festival or an event, a festival, and drink, we sitting around.
I think I would drink
the chairs.
That day will come. That day will come. Hopefully soon.
Well, yeah, we're gonna try them all, aren't we?
We got one more.
Are we?
I thought that was the point of this. No,
Jackie, we'll have to come back when we're up to 8 students and really get you going.
Is there one more we're trying, or is
There is one more.
And it's the last one.
Okay, hold on, but one thing. So remember Sweet Justice. Why is it called Sweet Justice?
Yeah, Sweet Justice. Well, Sweet Justice is really...
Is it okay, hold on. Stop it, okay? Right. That's what I'm thinking. So is this something about Coke? They did something to you guys or something, and now this is Sweet Justice.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
that's absolutely. And here we are.
Our origin story, actually.
Okay.
That's exactly it. And Sweet Justice is when things come together to surprise and delight.
Right.
That is exactly what Sweet Justice is. But when you apply that to cannabis, everybody has a Sweet Justice moment. We love it when bud tenders share their Sweet Justice moments with us. There was one bud tender that told us about their high school principal coming in and they sold them shatter. So the high school principal, that if they ever caught them, smoking, that is a Sweet Justice moment. And
another bud tender actually said to us, isn't it weird, how it's amazing we have this place and we can be out in the open and proudly tell people about what we do, because back when it was your stash hiding parents are now hitting you up for the best weekly picks, right? But before, it was in the legacy market, you'd be quiet about it, especially if parents and kids and right. So
not so secretive anymore now.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. Jocelyn, pass me the OG. I think
all right.
Jackie's thirsty.
My eyes rolling back in my head. Just kidding. Not everyone's safe. We're not going sideways just yet.
You know, it tastes good. It's I don't know what I'm tasting in that. Like,
That
am I
last one?
tasting the actual cannabis a little bit, or
Oh,
I don't know.
in the cherry cola?
Yeah, or is
You
that
know
the
what it
cherry?
is? Do you get a little bit of amaretto? In
Yeah,
the
like
it's a little
or
bit
like
of
almost like a
almondy
vanilla
amaretto.
or something
Yeah,
like.
Di Serrano.
Yeah.
Totally. But it's
it
not.
tastes
It's
good. It's like it, you know.
I thought that so far they've all tasted really good. And like describing them,
Thank
your
you.
recipe, you can tell they've been layered and the flavors are really good.
Thank you. There you go.
Is what's in the works next? Is there a secret coming?
Well, there are
Like
actually great question too, because we actually just did a web refresh and we've actually posted up the 2 new ones that are coming soon.
So what are they?
Let's announce them.
Yeah, so cranberry ginger ale
Oh.
is coming.
Oh,
yeah.
for the holidays.
That's good for the holidays.
Launching
Yeah.
in October.
Okay.
And OG Cola Free, which is 0 sugar, 1 calorie, and a 10 milligram cola. So same flavor
What are you putting in
profile
there?
as OG.
Stevia or aspartame?
I'm sorry?
Is it
It's the same sweeteners as Coke Zero.
Okay.
So same sweetener package
Yeah.
as Coke
Okay, that's
Zero.
good. Yeah, I like Coke Zero.
because they, they
they
have
know.
the
Yeah.
secrets. The secrets.
Jackie, it's sweet justice. Cheers.
Well, the sweet justice about OG, actually, I know Dave started it, but we were like, okay, we kind of all parachuted out of big corporate life and the big red machine. I did, I was at Canopy Growth for about a year before kind of, jumping off and then doing the startup thing. But we were like, isn't that weird how all of us literally parachuted out of the big red machine? But then we came around full circle because the love of weed kind of brought us back together. And then we launched Canada's first infused cola, which had the same flavor profiles as Mexican Coca-Cola. So that was kind of our own
That's
sweet justice.
I like that. I
Origin
think that's
story.
great. And you can tell you like cannabis and you love what you're doing. Like I
That's
can
right.
tell by the lingo, the words you use, the way you're into it all. You really like what you're doing and you really like what you've made. And that's
And it tastes good,
and
Jackie.
it tastes good.
That's the most important thing.
That is the most important
So
thing.
we've had 3 or 4. We mentioned other brands, and we mentioned people we've had in the green room. We've had this drink called Proper that we really liked, and we had a drink.
You know
we had
Derek?
we had a drink
Derek.
that was an Italian. Oh, you know Derek?
Oh yeah.
It's really good.
Great product.
And there was another one that tasted like an seltzers. It tasted like an Italian. Remember those?
Terry.
Terry. Aviri.
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
Terry
okay.
So
Donnelly.
they're
Yeah,
very,
Terry Donnelly.
they're like wines and
Yeah.
that sort of thing. But then we've sampled about a dozen other drinks that are so freaking bad, and are so hard. We can't sample them while we're talking. We can't. I don't care what your fancy little is thing.
Oh yeah, that's the
Literally,
worst.
You're just showing me how to put this poison in my mouth. We're all doing shots of Buckley's, and I'm supposed to continue a talk. This is really good.
That's great.
My
We're glad you're
roundabout,
enjoying
without slaughtering everyone, is the drinks have had a really tough go. It's been 3 years of a hard, or 2.5 years of a hard sell, a really hard to. They're coming. This is great. So to see that how far drinks have come, and this is something that I could go, mom or grandma or someone, so try this. It's so good. I know it's cannabis and you're all freaked out, but try it and you'll it's a great introductory.
Right.
It's a
It's
really
like a gateway into the cannabis.
Totally. It's like the gateway into the good side.
Yeah,
It's
that's why I think when they're
inside
gonna
of you.
serve it at bars and
Yeah.
festivals and stuff,
Yeah.
that's when it's really gonna get critical mass.
Yes, exactly.
See it?
Because it's
Espresso?
accessible. It's like, okay, I can go, I don't have to get drunk. I can have some sweet justice.
Yeah, you can have 2
And you know what?
That's why I was asking you about the different
levels. of
levels.
THC.
Yeah.
Because some other people were saying for instance, they try to make it so that it's similar to having a beer, right? So that it's if okay, I'll go to the bar, I'll have 3 beers.
Yeah.
You could have 3 sweet justice,
Yeah.
and it's going to be kind of the same. Just so that people who don't know
familiar and comfortable.
Yeah, that's what.
Because you can describe it to people.
Right.
It's not something super strange and weird.
Right,
If
exactly.
you're trying it for the first time.
Yeah.
You want to make people, comfortable. Want it to be approachable for
Right.
everyone. And
Something
people
relatable so
to
that they all want to
more.
try it. Yeah,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
that's good.
Yeah.
They're really good. Your socials again are drink
Sweet Justice.
And is that Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, everything, or just
We're Instagram, Facebook right now. We're not on Twitter. Again, maybe when we build
You're
up our
missing
team
a lot.
resources, I know we're missing a lot.
You're just missing a hate fest. Don't even worry about it.
I
then
feel
everyone
like-
will be jealous of Sweet Justice.
I feel like I'm not young enough to actually understand how to use the other ones. Well,
Just a name, right? It's just
I kind of
such a
encroach
good
into my own
name.
comfort zone too. So.
A Sweet Justice Festival.
Yeah.
A Sweet Justice. Like, I'm just thinking because these are so good, and people
Yeah.
would like them. People
Yeah.
would want them.
That's
like
right.
I think maybe we've tried a few drinks over the last little while. Maybe like they had, so the people are shied away, or they're like, no, there's something with,
Yeah.
These are so good. This is a drink that I don't know, right now in the dispensary, I feel like they're mostly, like, let's go 90% kind of, I'm like, here, get a drink, because I like I had an iced tea, a berry iced tea the other day. I won't say who it was from. Oh my God, it was so poo-poo. And then it was terrible. And then I had another drink that was a lemon something. Somebody told me they just changed the packaging, but it was the same taste. It was so bad. It was so bad, but it was really cold. So I was like, okay, and I'm trying. I'm like, maybe it's down the bottom.
But you shouldn't have to try, Jackie.
I know, and I'm
You
shaking.
should just be like, you drink it and enjoy it, right?
Exactly. Like,
That's why
We
Sweet
are
Justice.
beverage first. I mean, that is a
Yeah,
big difference with
taste first,
a lot
right?
of what you're talking about
Beverage
are
first.
cannabis companies putting out beverages.
That's it.
We are a
A
beverage
company.
That's right.
Yes.
See,
And
that's-
see, they know taste. See, because listen, he goes, oh, well, we took what people don't like out of Coke, out of it. So it's like they know if the distillate was bitter, you guys would notice that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
So that's like the difference, where the other people, they don't know how to adjust the taste. They just go, okay, here, mix it in,
Here's
and there you
everything to
go.
drink, and there you
Yeah,
go.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then that's why we had to have those other flavor people that layer and add, because the things tasted so
well,
bad.
it helps
Right.
mask all the weird,
Exactly.
strange.
Right.
So you have to know what you're
aftertastes,
doing.
right? Yeah.
Mm.
And honestly, I think like we're in kind of the mindset that we want more competitors like producing really good stuff, like
Mhm.
when it comes to drinks, because it helps the entire like industry and category.
Right.
Right, because it's just what you mentioned, Jackie. Like people try like a really terrible, like fucking tasting drink,
Right.
and then that totally puts it's off.
They don't want to try it again because they think that that's
it's a
how it
terrible
is.
experience, right? It's
Right.
all about an experience.
Wouldn't it be great
No
to
matter
be at
what
like
the
the wine
format
and
is.
cheese
Yeah.
shows? And to be
Don't you think that
I
there should be
know,
like at
I
the
know.
dispensary that, like kind of like Costco, how they
That's
have
the
the
sampling?
Yeah.
That's right.
They have
Yeah.
the sampling, but they're not infused.
Oh, okay.
Which
Mhm.
I don't really think is fair, because once you infuse,
Yeah, because I
we're
can't-
not technically we're not cannabis anymore, right?
Right.
So-
Well, and the taste isn't necessarily the same. Like for you guys can make it the same, but
Yeah.
other people can't.
they can't.
So
Yeah.
then they put it and it doesn't taste
Completely
like
different.
that. Yeah.
This was really good. It was really good.
Well, Jackie, we're definitely going to send a cooler home.
Yeah, yeah.
There you go. Everyone loves an influencer. Taking my cooler and going.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Keep
drinks.
you hydrated.
Yeah.
H-I-G-H, hydrated. So that's what we'll do for
Stay
our...
hydrated.
Is that your?
It's one of our taglines.
What's your tagline? What's your one that you, or like? What's one you use the most, or what's your most popular?
We have a bunch. We have stay hydrated, like HIGH.
Sweet Justice
and
is a good
sweet that's
freaking
Sweet Justice.
Yeah, I like Sweet
that's
Justice.
Sweet Justice.
We
is
have
one of them.
Find Your Sweet
Find Your
Spot.
Sweet Spot,
So with
so
all the different
everyone
dosages,
can-
everyone can kind of find their own sweet spot.
Right.
I found my sweet spot. It was at Turkey Point last weekend or the
Oh,
weekend
yeah.
before.
Here we go.
We went. Do you guys know where Turkey Point is?
Is it a cottage country? Like
It's out in the lake, and there's
Yeah,
Pottahawk.
okay.
You know what that is? Pottahawk. It's where all the boats go and hang out. It's like a big giant sandbar.
Oh no.
I don't know. I've
Oh.
wanted to go for like 25
Oh.
years.
Sounds
and I
lovely.
went. But this would be fun there.
Yeah.
Wouldn't this be fun with a cooler and
Yeah.
that's where you do a
Well, okay, hold on. You want to know what the one thing that I don't like?
What? Uh-oh.
Not about Sweet Justice.
Oh. Pottahawk.
No, not about Pottahawk. So what I did is I bought 2 Sweet Justice and I bought 2 other beverages. And then I also had some hash because, I like hash.
Yeah.
So what happened is they had to ring me in twice because I was over the limit with the
So
beverages.
frustrating.
And for what? For 4 cans? That's, yeah. So I was over the limit.
What is
So-
the limit?
The equivalency right now is that a 355 ml beverage it equals 5 grams of
Yeah,
dry flour.
and how is
So
that? That's not 5 grams.
It's insane.
Yeah.
It's
The
crazy.
equivalencies are not.
Who makes
Yeah.
online.
Yeah.
So So, but apparently they're working on it. What we've heard is that they're going to go up to 48 cans. You can buy 48 cans.
That's
at
what
once.
Proper told us, but that
Yeah.
was months ago.
That was months ago. We're still waiting.
We're still waiting.
So that's the only problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you got it.
Because if you want to buy, like you could, if you wanted to buy this cooler, you'd literally have to come in and out of the store 4 times.
Oh.
Like it's, that's the only thing.
Which Sweet Justice doesn't mind if you have to come in and out of the store 4 times to buy the stuff, but that should change.
Yeah, we need that to change.
Oh,
Although here at Stoked, I wouldn't mind coming back.
yeah, it's really nice.
absolutely.
Isn't this a
Beautiful
nice store?
store.
Stunning.
Yeah.
Stunning.
I like going to the stores and seeing what everyone's done so differently, and like the independents have really put their heart and soul into this one. I like it a lot, and I'm definitely feeling the effects of Sweet Justice.
I like the.
Hopefully it's good.
Yeah. I like the other items that you can buy. You know,
Oh,
it's not just decoration; you can actually buy it.
I thought you meant with Sweet Justice. Are you going to be other than drinks?
We're talking.
We're talking. I hit a nerve. They're both
Maybe.
like, should we tell?
some things we're mulling over.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
I mean,
not-
not confirmed, but
Yeah.
I think we have an interesting path to some new innovation.
And
So,
do you have
dun, dun, dun,
products?
stay
Like, do you
tuned.
have hats, t-shirts, bags, coolers? Do you have stuff yet?
We're not selling. We're not selling any swag yet, but like we just give swag away
Right.
to our retail partners and bud tenders and
So where
our friends.
We have color changing shirts.
Yeah,
That's what
Nice.
we
the
have.
hypercolor.
they gave us some.
Nice.
So when we slap each other, they change color, like heat and cool, and
Yeah.
yeah, another great concert thing. Drinks,
Yeah.
t-shirts.
I love it.
What were you gonna say, Derek?
No, what I was gonna say. Are you okay, Jackie?
I don't know.
Okay.
Just keep going.
No, so what I was gonna say is that I was just talking about the when you can get 48 cans of this and you can stock your fridge, you know?
Totally.
Hopefully the price comes down a smidge. What is the price?
They range in price from $6 to about $9.
Oh, okay.
So yeah. So
Yeah, I bought a couple $12 drinks.
Yeah.
The ones with the fancy, that
All the
top.
things you pop into the drink. I can't remember what that's called, but
It's called poo-poos. It's called not delicious. It's called really cool. But that's it.
Exactly. Cool. All right. Well, where can we find you? Where, if people want to, and where
Just
are you in
Instagram.
every province or?
Oh yeah.
oh yeah, so we're in Ontario, Alberta, BC right now. We'll be in Manitoba, Saskatchewan very, very soon.
very soon.
And then we are launching in the US very
Oh,
soon.
wow!
And then we'll be in the
Congratulations.
US.
Oh.
That's where it's really going to be big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, that's where the music festival is going to be with
I
Sweet Justice.
know.
It's going to be, it's going to be in the States.
I think you
'Cause
can buy
that's
as
we're
many as
allowed
you
to
want
do
down
it.
there. No one's going to stop you, Derek.
Where are you going to launch? What
We
state?
are, yeah, we are.
Yeah, we're launching in Michigan.
Okay.
We have some fantastic partners in Michigan and that's going to be our very first state. And then we're looking to launch more states over the next few months.
Nice.
Cool,
Yeah.
really cool. Well, thank you so much for joining us on the Green Room, and we'll have to have you back with
Oh.
your ginger ale or not ginger ale. What is it?
Yeah, cranberry ginger ale
Cranberry
and
ginger
OG
ale.
cola free, 0 sugar, 1 cal,
That's
OG.
really cool. We'll have to try those. That's really cool. Looking forward to it.
Great.
Oh,
Thanks
for coming
thanks so
on the
much,
show.
Jackie and Derek.
Yeah. Thanks
Thank
for
you
coming
so
in.
much.
Thanks,
Thanks for
Jocelyn.
joining us at Stoked.
Yeah, totally stoked.
Bye.
We're always fresh and a little bit sticky. The Green Room on Cannabis Wiki.